Hey there, get out in left field to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom today is out in left field. Well, out in left field, of course, is from the 20th century when baseball became popular in America and became like our super sport. Now we got a whole lot of super sports in the world and in America. But back then, in the 20th century, baseball was the thing, and if home represented safe, you started out at home, you hit the bat, you ran around the bases, and hopefully you returned home, you scored, and were successful. That represented safety and security. Then left field, which is one of the furthest positions out, where not very many balls get hit, right? Not much going on in left field. It's kind of as far out and unusual a spot as you can get. It represents unusual, right? Crazy, totally wrong or bizarre thinking or behavior, and that's what the term came to believe. Hey, that's out in left field. That's a really out in left field idea. Remember, in school, I was actually on the newspaper, and we would brainstorm topics for stories. Back when we actually did research and we investigated and we reported facts, the who, what, where, when, why, and how of different situations relative to high school kids and what was important to us in our small town in America. And we would brainstorm ideas, and some of the ideas were so crazy, so wackadoodle, we would just be shaking our heads on the editorial board saying, okay, yeah, okay, we just write them all down, right? Because that's what you do when you brainstorm. And then we would start crossing off or assigning ideas of topics. It turns out that before I was even involved in the paper, I was assigned a story that I ended up winning an award for, and it got published all over the place because of somebody's wackadoodle idea. So sometimes we find that the out and left field ideas are the best, especially when running and creating our businesses, right? And growing them phenomenally and serving our people better, our customers better, because there's so many of everything on the planet. If we don't make ourselves stand out and be unique, if we don't provide better solutions and out-of-the-box thinking solutions for our customers and the people that we serve and the people that we partner up with to build our business, then why would people come to us? If we don't have anything different or unique or a competitive edge or special about us, why are people going to do business with us? We might just do business with us because they like us and they think we're awesome, but why do they like us and they think we're awesome? It's usually because there's something unusual, different, maybe a little crazy or wackadoodle about us that attracts them. And so how do you get out in left field to serve your people better, to find better solutions for your customers? I love brainstorming and other out-of-the-box thinking type of tools and strategies, and I built them into my business, I built them into my life. When it comes to my kids having a problem even, or a challenge, I encourage them to consider all kinds of options, right? To brainstorm or to use other strategies to come up with a whole bunch of ideas and possibilities of what they could do to deal with a certain situation. If we do that for ourselves, if we encourage our employees and our teammates and our people we partner up with to do that as well, we are always going to get better results than if we just go with the old standby, this is the way we've always done it, that type of thinking. I gotta believe, I know that for me, 2020 is going to go down in the history books as one of the most bizarre, strange, out of left field, weird, unusual years of my life. And I've been here for 60 of them, and all in all, there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's happened in my life, but 2020, right, and maybe because it's current right now, will go down as one of those out in left field years where just incredible things that I never thought could happen have happened, right? COVID-19. Anybody anticipate COVID-19? Yeah, there's probably a few people, but the most of us had no idea. And COVID hit us, and all the changes that were instituted because of COVID, especially in our businesses and in our livelihood, our jobs, and our professions, has been totally out in left field. I mean, whoever thought that whole industries would just be shut down overnight? Not me. I mean, I've done a lot of contingency planning in my life and in my career and for all my businesses, and pandemic was never on the list. Terrorist attacks, yes, but pandemics, no, not even in most of our vocabulary, including mine. I'm not sure I've ever used the word or heard the word pandemic prior to 2020. Just wasn't even on my radar, so it was definitely an out in left field occurrence. The other things that are going on in America right now is a whole lot of out in the left field or out of the norm stuff that's going on to distract us and get our attention away from what's important for us. And I am inviting everyone I talk to these days to think for themselves. Think for yourself. do what's right for you, and really pay attention to what you're reacting and responding to. If it is not in your best interest, but it's in some other third party's best interest, you gotta ask yourself, is this right for me to respond? Should I do anything about this? Should I comment on this? Is this even true? Should I look into this further? Especially as business owners and leaders, it is up to us to set the example for other people. And that means that we need to lead, and we lead by thinking for ourselves, doing our own research, not jumping to conclusions, not jumping on the bandwagon for different things because it's the hot topic. And there's a lot of that, especially in the online world, where you follow the news headlines, and then whatever's going on, you find a twist and a tweak to make it fit to your business, and you jump on that bandwagon and you ride that little wave. To me, that's hack. That's like the word hack. It's hack business. It's a very short-term, very short-lived strategy. And is that what you're basing your business on? Not if you want to supersize and grow your business. You're focusing on long-term, and you're taking action quickly, but you're not taking action manipulated by outside entities and forces. You are following your plan to get you from where you are to where you want to be with your business, and step by step, you're asking yourself every day, does this move me toward what I want, or does this move me away from what I want? Not, does the media want me to do this or say this? It's what is right for the business and the world that I'm trying to create. So look for those out-of-the-box solutions. Remember, there's going to be things that happen that you have absolutely no control over. I don't know anybody yet that's figured out how to control the weather. I don't know anybody who's figured out how to control the seasons. So if you have a business or a occupation that is dependent on weather or dependent on cycles in a business or seasons, chances are out-of-the-box thinking can really help you, because it's those times when it's the winter of our existence that we want to find the most creative solutions, so that we can stand out, so we can grow and build and supersize our businesses, so that we can make the positive impact that we want to make. Love to know your experience with this idiom, out in left field. I got lots of experience with the out in left field idiom, because I think I've been accused a lot of the times of being out in left field with the businesses and the ideas and the things I put forth. And guess what? I am absolutely positively okay with that, because I don't want to ever be just your normal average human being, and I don't want to create just your normal average businesses. So go out, make it an awesome day. Share in the comments below your experience with the left field feelings, or if you're like a lot of times in my life, I just played it safe. I would just run around the bases, one at a time, slowly, cautiously, not taking any risks, because I knew that I could control that outcome. And guess what? Got good results from that, but it wasn't the most fun, most exciting times of my life and my career. And I didn't make the most business or personal gains during those times that I was playing it safe and trying to avoid risk and doing what everybody else thought was right for me. It wasn't until I stepped into what is really right for me and my businesses and where we're going as an organization, not what everybody else is doing. Because guess what? If you do what everybody else is doing, you'll get what everybody else is getting, the same results. It's when we be true to who we are and what it is that we're trying to create, and we stand out in the world, that we get the results that we really want and the results that we really deserve. So share in the comments below your experience with this idiom, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where did it come from? And how might you apply it to your business right now? Take care.